Okay, so morning. Okay, so we're gonna get started with our DCM. Okay, so I call this DCM to order at 9:01. Can everybody please stand and do the Keep Hope pledge? Ready, begin. Taking for roll calls.
Hi guys, so today we have some special guests with us, and just a little trivia. Do you guys know in Hawaii, like which school started the first Kipo? Okay, so back in 1952, McKinley was the first Key Club in Hawaii, and here with us today is Jessica Song and Emily Wuan, who wishes to bring them back. So can you please welcome to the stage President Jessica Song and Vice President Emily Wuan.
Joining a Key Club family, and yeah. So first up, roll call I am.
I is present with 5 officers and 1 advisor. Oh, okay. We didn't have any past events, but our upcoming projects will be first generated starting tomorrow. Our monthly barcoding at McKinley, recycling for PTP, and welcome back carnival. Thank you.
Our Club Rush Day coming up this Friday, so we're going to try and recruit new members. And we're going to start collecting dues from our members, and then we're starting to plan for a county fair, printing the tickets and
Key Club is here with 3 officers, 0 members, 1 faculty advisor, and 1 Kiwanis advisor. For past projects, we have done the PAC newsletter folding with the Kiwanis, the USS Missouri cleanup, and Castle's freshman orientation day. For upcoming events, we're going to help with the open house, the K family dance, and then once again the USS Missouri.
Barrington. officers, 2 members, no faculty advisor, and 1 Kiwanis advisor. And our past event, we did Club Rush. And upcoming event, we're going to Ottawa to do Arts and Crafts.
Kilo is present with 5 officers, 3 members, 1 lieutenant governor, and 1 faculty advisor who is also the regional advisor. All business includes Relay for Life, Feeding the Hungry, our fundraiser at Big Eye Candies, reading night at one of our feeder schools, and RTC prep. New business includes having a new member orientation, our new Kilo Sports Day, Special Olympics Family Fun Day, and we are in the process of planning our leadership camp put on by our sponsoring Kiwanis and SLCs.
I'm Katria from Iolani. Iolani is present with 5 officers, 1 faculty advisor, 1 Kiwanis advisor, and 1 DIV team member. Our summer projects included our guiding around our school for summer school, face painting for the Ronald McDonald House, art spree at the Contemporary Museum, Midsummer Night's Lane at Foster's Botanical Gardens, and helping out at Aloha United Way. Upcoming events include the Children and Youth Day, Hamburger Booth. We're going to be helping out with the Kiwanis. 2 days of open house, and we're planning on doing monthly beach cleanups and possibly helping out with Hawaii Nature Center.
From Kaiser. Kaiser is present with 7 officers, 9 members, 1 faculty advisor, and 1 Kiwanis advisor. Our past events are open house, new student orientation, and we've just started having our weekly Key Club meetings on Tuesdays. And our upcoming events are our welcome social, the UH volleyball game, Sandy Beach cleanup, recycling, and Kauai kayaking.
like did the stand building contest that fall in one. And we did Club Day. And then our upcoming projects are, we have our first general meeting, which is not public, but, and then after that we have our Read Aloud program, we're going to help out with that. And then after Saturday, we're going to have a campus presentation and presentation with everyone.
Hi, I'm Alana, and we are present with, Mariner was present with 4 officers, and some past events that we did was the Bishop Museum Sesame Street exhibit, and then we also helped out at the Bishop Museum's Art and Crafts booth at 2 museums in a rural place. And we also went to our Kiwanis luncheon, where they raised money for us to go to RTC. And then some new business is we're gonna do a Waimea work day and help with like the Lodi out there. And we're also gonna do Project Clean and clean up like the graffiti. And we're also gonna do the cane hole run.
Hello everyone, Molly High is present with 4 officers and 1 Kiwanis advisor. So we just recently had our club day and we recruited a lot of members, like a lot. And we just had our general meeting this past week. So our upcoming events we're planning on helping out with the restoration of the old Maui High on Maui. And then after that we want to have a meeting like after with Maui High with our new members. And we're doing an art project for the county fair. So,
Then Army is present with 5 officers, 2 members, and 1 Kiwanis advisor. Our past projects is the USS Missouri Cleanup and the American Heart Association Walk. Our future projects is the Read to Me, our club fair, and the USS Missouri Cleanup.
Pearl City.
Hi, my name is Tanisha. Pearl City is present with 1 member, 1 officer, and 1 Kiwanis advisor. Old business includes Angel Street, UNICEF, and Pearl Harbor Cleanup. We had our first meeting last week, Wednesday, and our upcoming events are Okinawan Hydration Project, Beach Cleanup and Social, and new member recruitment.
Is present with 2 officers, 1 division team member, and 1 Kiwanis advisor. Our past projects include volunteering at the Contemporary Museum for Art Spree and partnering with Booksingo and HOPA to donate to Partners in Development Foundation Hawaii. Our upcoming projects include Parent Ed Fair at Punahou and the Hub Center with the Kiwanis.
I'm Dina from Roosevelt, and Roosevelt is present with 3 officers and 1 member. And some past events that we did were Art Spree at the Contemporary Museum. We had our first general meeting and a board meeting, and also we did Club Week and Ukulele Festival. And our future events are Bank Employee Family Sundays and Honolulu Century Ride.
Is present with 3 officers and 1 Kiwanis advisor. Our past projects were USS Missouri, and our future projects are KFD, our first club meeting, and our club meeting.
YKA is present with 7 officers, 4 members, 1 faculty advisor, and 1 DIP team member. Our past projects include Relay for Life, Scheduled Pickup, YKA Elementary School Open House, All Walkers, YKA High School Open House, Party Boat Races, and a Shibakawa Homestay. Our new projects include More Mall Walkers, YKA Elementary School Ice Cream Night, Pizza Night, Membership Development, KK Sports Challenge Assistance, Leadership Camp, and chartering of our KKs.
I'm Brian from Waipahu, and Waipahu is present with 13 officers and 1 faculty advisor. For our past projects, we helped out at the USS Missouri, Heritage Festival at Aloha United Way. For our future projects, we're going to help out at the K-Paul Run and the Read Out Loud program at Punawai Elementary School.
Okay, the Kiwanis Club of Valley Isle is starting a new Key Club. So could Emily Barstow come up?
Okay, so a little history. Valley Isle had St. Anthony's. Some of you who were at the convention last year now already. So the school is no longer letting us have Key Club there. So Valley Isle Kiwanis is actually coming to the Central Boys and Girls Club. We're an organization on Maui that has 6 clubs. We're going to be hosting out of the Central Boys and Girls Club. And right now, I believe we have 36 names that we turned in with our charter. And that is growing. Boys and Girls Club is a national organization who actually has a partnership with Kiwanis at a national level also, and promotes the partnership of Kiwanis and Boys and Girls Club. And we have the same mission of serving kids and serving our community. I can just let you know some of our projects coming up. We've got the Bubba Gump Walk coming in September. We have our county fair, and we do a big fundraiser. And we're hosting a haunted house in October also. So we're looking to have fun and join up with you guys and have fun.
Old business, the 2012 Officer Training Conference and Region Training Conference. So I just want to thank all of you for coming to RTC this year. This is honestly my first RTC that I've ever came to, and you guys too made it a great time for me, so I want to thank you all for coming. I hope you learned a lot, made new friends, made lots of memories, and of course had fun. So could I get a few of you to just share your experience, what you learned this past weekend?
I'm Dave from Hilo High, and this RTC I learned a lot about the benefits of reading and how to read to little kids. I learned that sometimes you have to ask questions. Did you guys learn this too? And stuff like that. And I also learned popcorn, so now someone else can come up and share.
share their experience.
Hi, I'm Jamie from Kilo High, and I learned that in Kilo there are so many great people, and that our division team really is able to work together well, so that was such a great event.
Hey guys, I'm Evan from YKL, and in my second workshop I met Jensen, and I learned about that he can leg press 180 pounds.
Hi, I'm Jazz from Kaiser High School. This is my first RTC ever, and I can say that I learned how to work with multiple different kinds of people, being like, just getting to know everyone, being social, and I think the best thing I learned is that everyone has a different job, and everyone has a different strength, and we all work together. It's like a kaleidoscope, creating the big picture.
Okay, next thing is the service project booklet. So thank you to all the clubs that did submit a project. We are still working towards collaborating everything. So if you still have a project that you would like to submit, then please do send that to myself as well as the division assistant, Colin. New business, the division project this year is literacy. So a literate person is one who can read, write, and we want to encourage parents to read to their children or encourage children to read on their own. So you can do projects from holding a literacy night at an elementary school, creating a reading buddy system, or just read to students that fall under this division project. So this year I challenge you all to do a keep-up project that involves literacy, so start planning. This year, the 2013 Division Convention will be held Friday, February 17th at, 15th, sorry, to the 17th, at the Ala Moana Hotel. So this is another time for you to attend workshops, meet new friends, reunite with each other here, make more memories, but it's also time to reflect on this past year. So I encourage you all to attend DCM this year, and if you have any other questions, then we'll talk about that later. At this time, I'd like to call up Region Advisor Mrs. Masahara to talk about district convention.
Before I do my part, I want to meet, is your name Venicia from Pro City? Is that your name? Where are you? Come. I discovered that she is very important among our midst, and I want all of you to get to know her because Denisha sits on the Board of Education. For all of you, especially public high school students, you know that oftentimes we grumble about what's happening in the DOE. Is that not right? And so now you have a spokesperson, but you not only have a spokesperson, because there's always a student on the team, but now it's somebody you know. So maybe she can say a few things about what she does and what she can do for us.
Thank you. Alright, hey guys, my name is Denisha Honda, like the car, and I'm from Pro City High School. As I sit on the Board of Education, serving you guys, the public school students, and you know, it's truly a blessing because throughout high school, you just see all of these issues coming up, going away, but never really getting solved. So my challenge this year is to make sure that each one of your voices get heard and that we can all take a step forward. You know, as as the P Club, as public and private school students, we can all, like a kaleidoscope, get together, make a really big picture, and make a really big difference. Thank you.
So, Denisha, do we know your email address in case we want to email you our concerns? I'm sure all of us have something we want to share. So can you all write this down? Because I would love for you to email her and say, hey, what is this about HSA? What is this about PTP? Tell me about senior project.
Okay, so my email is DANI1031994. That's my birthday, by the way. And it's at gmail.com. Does anyone need me to repeat that? Yes, okay. DANI1031994 at gmail.com. And I have Facebook, so you can find me on there too.
Thank you. Don't forget to email her happy birthday in January. Okay, the reason we wanted to talk a little bit about DCON is for District Convention, and it's California, Nevada, Hawaii. For those of you who went, and there are a number of you in here who've gone, you know that it's a big event about over 3,000 students, and it's going to be this year at the Marriott in Anaheim, California, right near Disneyland. The best part is you don't have to miss school to go because it's during spring break. The cost is going to be $160 for registration, and then of course there's hotel and your plane fare. So what you need to do between now and then, if you would like to go, is to make sure that you not only save your own money, but you talk with your Kiwanis Club, because I'm sure that some of your Kiwanis clubs would like to help you to get there so that you can bring back and share all of the things that you've learned at convention with your club mates, okay? So if you're interested in going, please let me know, because as I understand it, there are already a number of students that want to go, and we already have 3 adults who are willing to chaperone. Mrs. Sato from Waiakea, myself, and Mr. Iwanaga from Kaiser. And if there are any other adults that want to go, we welcome you to go, because you know that each advisor can only take 10 students. That's the rule. So if there's more than 30 people that want to go, we certainly are going to need more advisors. Okay? Thank you. Okay, the last issue that I'm going to share with you is something that some of you know a lot about and others of you know nothing about. But so I'd like to start from the beginning, if you don't mind, and that's an issue on realignment. If you look at all of the divisions, or maybe just so that you understand, there's clubs, there's divisions, regions, and then district. Andre, that's a good question on the quiz board. Was that not a question on the quiz board? Okay, so you need to know club, division, region, district, and then international. Anyway, on the division level, the typical division has anywhere between 3 and 10 clubs. If you know Division 22, we are at, well, because we are going to take away St. Anthony's, but we're adding Valley Isle. We're still at 23 key clubs, way beyond what they say is acceptable. In fact, if you read the district, the California, Nevada, Hawaii district, or the international, one says 12 is the maximum number of clubs in the division, the other one says 16, but regardless, we're at 23. And we also have the possibility of being 24 when McKinley joins. And I understand there are some other schools that are also interested, like Moanalua, Kailua, Lahaina Luna. So we might be well over 25. So if we get to a point like that, we know that realignment is imminent. And what that means is we're going to have to take Division 22 and somehow divide it. But I think that Mrs. Sato put it best. It's not divide like you against me kind of divide, but rather we all work together because we're still the same region, but that we have different leaders and we still can do things together, but we now are going to have different leaders. As you know, we have a div team, and what we've done in the past to kind of make it easier for the Lieutenant Governor is we have island coordinators. Okay, so if you look at Jensen, Sean, and Rochelle, they're island coordinators, but they could be almost anywhere else. They could be lieutenant governors. You understand? And so it could be that we have 2 or 3 lieutenant governors, but we instead decided we wanted to be one division. And so 3 years ago, when this issue did come up, we unanimously voted it down. And I think that the way it was handled made it seem very negative and something we didn't want to do. But now I think the time is right, and it's something that all of you just need to start thinking about. We won't make a decision about this, but this will probably come up in some of your DCMs. And Kelly and I will work on some research, some background information, so that you will be better informed as to how to make this decision. Okay? It's not to say we need to realign, because I guess if our Kiwanis support us, what can the district say? Because technically, when you hit 25 clubs, you can be a district yourself. So you know, like the Bahamas, they're their own district because they have 25 clubs. But I don't think we want to be a district, because then it's a lot of money that we don't have to put on our own kinds of activities and sponsor and pay for everybody. So we like being part of California, Nevada, Hawaii, but it's just how we're going to govern ourselves and how we're going to make it work. So I guess you might say that even though we give all these wonderful people leadership opportunities, if you do realign, and we do have 2 lieutenant governors or 3 lieutenant governors, depending on how you would like to realign, then we would have 3 lieutenant governors and more people in leadership positions, right? So this is just something that we want to share with you so that you will be ready to think about it. I think the California, Nevada, Hawaii district people are looking for us to come up with a plan that we can put together and make a proposal by August of next year. So we have a year to think about it. Okay? Do any of you have any questions? I would love to entertain any questions. Yes.
So we still have a convention
What we would do now is we would not have a Division 22 convention, but we would have a Region 18 convention. And you know what is the purpose of a convention? To elect a new lieutenant governor. So what we would have to do is, even though we would have a whole convention with everybody, we would have to have what they call conclaves. So sometime during that weekend, we would have to have meetings. You know, like when you go to a delegate meeting. You remember like when you went to, you went with me to DCON? Okay, you go to a delegate meeting and you listen to people talk, and so you would have different, if we, for example, if we divided and we decided we're gonna have 3, then the people in, I wonder what our name would be. Division 22A, B, C, or Division 22, because we don't want to, nobody wants to give up their name, Division 22, right? Division 22, red, blue, green, Malcolm, McCarr, no, whatever. But you know, we would have to think of a creative way to do this, but then we would have that many conclaves to elect a lieutenant governor. So you can still do a region if you want a words thing, okay? Yes. Are there any other questions? Yes.
Sorry. For realignment, if we do become separate divisions in a sense, would we still be able to hold like interdivisional projects with each other?
That's a really good question, Caitlin, and thank you for asking. Because if you look at the California, Nevada, Hawaii bylaws, if you do, for example, if Castle is in Division A, and you want to do it with Kaiser, who's in Division B, right? Technically, you can't just do it. You have to file a paper that says, this is the event request form. But it is certainly okay to do it. and I would gladly sign the paper for you folks to do it. That's not going to be the problem. If it is a region activity, for example, if we say we're going to have a regional USS Missouri cleanup, then you don't have to do any of that and everybody is welcome. Okay? Very good question, thank you. Anybody else? Like I said, I know there will be a lot more questions as we go along, and we hope that in the future DCMs that you will continue to discuss and share these ideas so that we can better plan. Because I'm determined that the students have input and make the decision on this. Although if you go to California, and they just did 2 or 3 realignments, it was a decision that was made by their Kiwanis clubs. And I tell them in Hawaii, we do things a little differently. And so we're hoping that we will be able to have a lot more input. Yes, Mr. Sana?
If those of you in public schools, you know that you're doing a senior project, if you would like, this could be a senior project paper you could do.
Excellent idea. Somebody from Waipahu want to do it because you know, all of you should know Mr. Sana. When Mr. Sana was in high school, and I remember clearly, he was a very good student at Farrington High School, and he was the lieutenant governor for Division 22. Are there any other questions? And by the way, if you do a senior project on this, I'm sure Mr. San and I would love to mentor you because we have some things that we would really like to share, right? Okay, thank you.
Okay, so the Big Island's next DCM will be held on September 8th at Leadership Camp.
Maui's DCM will be held on September 18th at the Bubblegums Front Street Pond.
Kauai's DCM will be held on September 22nd. We'll be doing highway cleanup and we'll be meeting at Bank of Hawaii in Kui from 8 until 9 in the morning.
Oahu's DCM is not completely decided, but we know for sure that it will be with Salvation Army in Kahal, and it will either be on the 2nd or 7th of September.
So don't forget that your August MRF will be due on Monday, September 3rd, as well as division and district newsletter submissions. Is there any questions or concerns?
September 18th. Oh, the Bubblegums Front Street Mall, so Lahaina Front Street.
Okay, so I adjourn this DCM. Okay, so I adjourn this DCM at 9:39.